All right, guys, I just had a couple of fails. And again, a couple fails on an 18 by 24. That hurts. This is it for this color palette, at least, you know, on my YouTube channel. If I do any more, they'll be off camera, just so I can move on to something else. But there's the quinacridone laser gold. Here's the golden iridescent gold bright. Here is This Little Piggy and Waterfall. We're going to use a lot of waterfall this time. Use it all up. And plus, I think the Holcroft Pool Party color was a little on the bossy side, so let's make Waterfall like stand up to it. Hold your ground. All right, so here's the Pool Party. Kind of like that. That's a nice big old puddle. And then Amsterdam Prussian Blue Cell Activator. Hope to make a bunch of lines. Here goes. That was a hell of a fun blowout, y'all. Yeah. I'm not so sure I want to deconstruct it when it looks so great. In fact, you know what I should have done? And this is when I have lighting coming in a bigger puppy pool in a couple of 30 by 30s. I'm going to do a Rinskadowna style big bloom on a really big canvas and spin it so it doesn't touch the edges. I think that would look really pretty with the bloom technique, as long as I can get the cells and lacing to go out far enough and not just stay in the middle. I'm worried about this little part right here. See that, the Prussian blue CA right there? I'm worried about that growing. Like, if I could leave this just the way it is, I would. I'm talking while this collects right here a little more. But let's just give it a baby spin. I was having a good time with the hairdryer for sure. Oh yeah, see there's blank spots on the canvas still, Karen. Guess I need a harder spin. I know these have been like kind of wimpy. All right. 1, 2, 3. I always get nervous trying to stop it. Whoa, almost fell in. Don't fall into the pool. This is spectacular. I hope that doesn't sound like I'm bragging. It's spectacular, like absolutely. Ta-da. There, you know. I complain about, you know, technique fatigue, and then this happens. I'm not moving. I'm just turning off the camera and washing my hands, and I will come back and check to make sure I don't have to spin off anymore. But this is just gorgeous. Holy crapola, y'all. Hold on. Okay, guys, I've been staring at this for like the last 10 minutes. Like, is there anything I want to change or fix? And you know, I like to like doodle around and boss the paint around, and I can't find a single thing that I would change on this painting. And I'm really glad I stuck with the bloom technique and, you know, played around with blowing out the edges. Like, I was having a ball, like pushing the paint in and then blowing it back out. So for me, don't get me wrong, this isn't to take anything away from the amazing cells and lacing that just go everywhere in the dead center with the peacock cells. Very special painting. I feel I love this edge down here, but for me, what makes this painting besides this stuff is this stuff, that and that on the edge, and this stuff up here. That's like the icing on the cake to me. And maybe that's just where I am in my painting journey, because I do feel like I could bloom all day long. But when I'm able to add these special touches, that's when I get excited again. Yep, it took me a week to figure that out, but I got there. And yeah, cross your fingers for good drying. I'll see you in a minute or a second. 3 seconds. All right, here is the dried results of the last painting, you know, on my YouTube channel in this color palette. I already know this is 18 by 24 on canvas, and I already know I'm going to resin it, only because I don't know if it'll show up when I walk. There we go. When you walk around the room, see, like the gold and the waterfall just bling out. Well, maybe I won't, I don't know. But, and then the pool party color and the Quinacridone Nickel Azo gold, they don't have that same shimmer. So a part of me likes that only parts of it are blinging out and the rest isn't. But if I resin it, then all things will be equal. So, well, now I'm second guessing myself. Let me get you in closer. As I said during the wet results, my favorite part, I mean, obviously, it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. But my favorite parts are like things like this. That one, the line work around the cells and lacing, to me, make this painting, because when you step back and look at it, see how balanced it is color-wise, with all like the blue in the pool party, and then in the center you got the gold and the quinacridone, the Cuneg blinging out. Yeah, I really love how balanced this one is. And then just for giggles, because it's the last one, I'm gonna plop up the other two from the last two videos, because they all kind of go together. And then you guys can like tell me what's your favorite. Hold on, I gotta fix the floater frame because it's not attached yet. All of these need resin or varnish. So this is today's. There's the last one. I do love the movement of that one a lot. And then here's the one from the Santa Fe Fab collab. So, and then, you know, I got all the other ones, but they're all scattered everywhere. So we'll just go with these three. Well, these are the only three that have the pool party color too. The other ones didn't have it. If I have to rank them, I'm gonna go, ooh. This is gonna be my number one, and I think it's his personal preference just for the line work. And I like the dark middle with the cells like coming out. This one has more of a graphic nature to it, so that's my number one. And then number two, oh, I'm gonna go, I mean by a hair. I'm gonna go, number two is the 18 by 24, and number three is the 16 by 20. Although the movement of that one, I just think is spectacular.